strategies going on, a couple different techniques that, that I see being employed here for trolling today. What is it that we're actually doing? I mean, how are we setting these things up to be successful for walleye?
Well, here today we're fishing a little deeper water than we usually fish. These big fish are laying really close to the bottom out in this deeper water. We still got the warm water and stuff. What we're using here is called a jet diver. And the neat thing about this is actually it will dive. But if you do a turn or slow down or something, instead of if we're using regular divers, they're lead weighted and stuff, they dive right into the bottom. Now you get weeds or zebra mussels on your hooks or your bait and stuff, and the fish can't get it when it's laying on the bottom if you do a sharp turn. Where these, they got a little air chamber and they float up.
So if you slow down, they kind of come up.
Yeah, so it's kind of neat when you're fishing this tight to the bottom, trying to get the fish out of there. If you make a turn, this kind of comes up, and then you're covering a couple different water columns too. You can slow down and the stuff kind of floats up and doesn't dive as deep.
Wow,
so playing around. But red has been really prevalent down here. This is a new red spoon that we're doing, the Red George. You can see we're using the divers too. It's just
okay, just sort of like a flash to get their attention.
Putting everything there. They just really want the red right now, it seems like. So we're doing a lot of reds and a little bit of blue accents in them and stuff, but mostly reds.
Okay.
Seems to be the predominant color the last little bit.
And that changes throughout the season?
Yeah. They could change tomorrow, all of a sudden they turn on to pinks or
It's good thing you got about 4 billion colors, huh?
Yeah, you got to be prepared. You can just control the depth on these with the amount of line you let out. The more you let out, the deeper it'll dive.
Is there some type of table or chart, or you just got to have experience?
There's actually a book Mark Romanek put out called Precision Trolling, and he went and pulled these, had a diver in the water at every 10 feet increments, and troll by and see how deep it would dive.
Wow.
So he made a big, just test, and he made a big dive curve. So that, it's going to vary a little bit depending on your boat speed and your line you use, but It gives you a good starting point. If you know the depths you want to get, you vary, we're running 8 of these out here, so we vary them all a little bit, so you're covering, we're going back like 145 feet with these, so we go from 150 or 160 feet back to 125 feet back. Until you zero in where the fish are kind of at, then you kind of just start putting stuff closer to that area.
And that book's called Precision Trolling?
Precision Trolling.
Well, it sounds like everybody ought to have that.
Yeah,
I mean,
it's
just
great.
To tell
it's got crankbaits and divers. It's just full of
fantastic.
It really gets you
into
the zone a lot earlier.
I'm going to back up and sort of watch you get this thing into play. I haven't used these jet divers before. I'm kind of curious how they go.
Get it out there and see if we can't get a fish on it.
Well, I see it just floats.
Yep, see it floats like that. And we'll just count back the distance we want to go back, then we'll clip it in the release and send it out on the big planer boards.
And now I know as a captain, you get a lot of experience out here fishing and stuff. You can just sort of eyeball and guesstimate about how far you've let it off. But I also noticed that you've sort of, helped out the novices aboard here today by having some line counter reels.
Yep. That makes it really easy to go back to the exact place where you caught that fish. If you get a fish, instead of the reels I have, I'm counting passes. Sometimes you get caught in the middle and you forget how many passes you counted out.
Right.
You have a short memory like me.
Yeah, me too.
And the really nice thing about the line counters, it's just repeatability. You can go back to right where you caught that fish, and the nice thing with whoever you have out with you, it's just really easy. You can just look at the counter and boom, you're right there.
Exactly.
If you're going 125 back, well, it's pretty easy.
They get pretty sensitive, don't they, about how far to the side of the boat, how far back behind the boat?
Well, that controls your depth. So the fish are laying in one little zone, and that's if you just caught a fish there, you want to get right back to that same spot because hopefully there's more laying in there.
guess the distance that you're always letting them out and back, that has to vary, I guess, with where you're marking the fish. Does that have anything to do with it, or?
Throughout the day they might come up with their feet, or depending on the light that's out, what they want to do. That just changes from day to day. The water temperatures and just the conditions. Each day is different. See, that was the farthest line out on the board. So what you do is when you release it off the board, I just put it in the back holder, and that way it comes around and clears all your other lines here. It'll go, when you get the fish, it comes up a little bit, so it goes over top of all your other lines.
Oh.
Then you reel them right up the center where you got lines. If you started reeling right away, it comes across and tangles up all your other board lines.
Oh, good. So all of a
Not
sudden,
always, but more than likely, if he stays down, he's going to get all your other lines.
$13 or $14.
Yeah. They're biting so gently.
Look at
The
that!
hook
Wow!
comes out as soon as you get it in the net.
Look at that! I like that color.
Again,
Another
that's,
one with the copper back.
Well, this has
copper.
got that pink.
A little bit of blue, because we're doing something on that blue and the red, so I put
Yeah.
blue and some pink out there.
Yeah. And biting so light.
What's the name of this one, Chip?
Blue bubble gum.
Blue bubble gum.
Blue bubble gum.
How fitting, because I was chewing gum at the time.
Not a whopper, but a nice eater.
Well, yeah, he's legal size.
Yep.
I guess here in Ohio, he has to be what? 13, 14, so
Yeah.
that we definitely got covered. He's been hot. This is on that, what, Boy George spoon or something? Is that the Red George?
Yeah. The blue. No, this is a blue and red froggy.
I bet
Blue
it's
and
Silver
red
Streak.
froggy.
It's a new one.
Yeah.
It's a mini streak. Yep. Let's sneak right in this corner.
There he is.
Oh, nice
Look
one.
at the size of this
Oh,
walleye.
yeah, man, that would be what, 2 pounds?
Always negative. 2 pounds.
Reel right down to the dipsy.
Right down to the dipsy.
Probably about 12 pounds.
I did,
Oh, you can just pop him right on the end of the pile. I guess you can net him if you...
Now reach down and grab him, Don?
Yeah. There you go.
Good fish. Yeah.
Yeah, all right. Man, he ought to at least
again.
go a pound. Oh, yeah. Yeah, he's a keeper.
Look at that. Lure fell right out again, like you said.
Wow.
That's the one we had that hit on earlier.
Yeah.
The same color.
Yeah, just
see,
barely.
so you got to be real careful when you reel them in. A nice steady pressure to keep that in.
And you've
keep
got
it
a blue just on one part of it.
Yep, just a little bit of blue.
And then the nice chrome on the bottom and then the
Yep.
red on either side.
know,
I like
I know.
that pattern.
You know what that might look
Reds
like?
have been,
A trout. It almost looks like
yeah.
a trout.
A trout, yeah.
The reds have been real prevalent down here the last 2-3 weeks. That's why we've done a lot of new colors with the reds in it and everything.
I said don't grab a
Well,
rod
having the
on that.
versatility to do up new colors is one of the things that kind of sets you apart anyway.
Yeah,
And now we're being set apart because,
Definitely.
I'm using the Boy George color.
On all the rods.
And you're using this one with the blue, and of course mine's bigger. And,
Yeah, I think it's got you beat a little bit, but.
but this particular
Stick your
fish.
finger there.
Yeah, this particular fish. Yeah. Whoops.
Look at the teeth on those guys. Boy.
Yeah, just a beautiful fish, though. Down there in what, 40 some odd feet?
Whoa.
Water. Yep,
Still
there he goes.
frisky.
Yeah, he's still ready to rock there.
I like that color though.
We're out here in the little deeper, you get over here in this deeper water, they get a lot more green in them. And,
Yeah.
A lot nicer fish. The
Real nice
meat is
coloration.
real pearly white. Just beautiful fish here.
Yeah.
Real healthy fish.
Yeah, beautiful.
And what are we in? 40-some feet of water?
Yeah.
Yeah, came right out of there.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's some good depth.
Well, why don't you lift up the lid
Another
on
one
that
in the cooler.
Oh, there we go. There we are.
Oh yeah, he's got you beat.
Oh, huge difference, right?
Now let me look.
But then again, it's me.
Chip spotted that one. He knew there was a fish there. I didn't
Yeah.
even know it.
Still haven't seen the brute below, and it still feels heavy. There he is. Oh, look at that, Ron. Whoa! The creature from the Erie
We're
Lagoon.
tangled in another line there, it looked like. I saw another line on
Oh, he's got to be what, 20, 30, you think?
there. Inches, yeah, maybe.
Man, look at that fish.
We do have another line. I don't know which one we got, but
Big fish.
how about that when we get up here? Oh,
Monster
That's a
trophy
nice
fish
one.
here. I knew it all along. I could tell by the scorching runs and stuff. There he is. Zoom. zone. There he is. Hello. Oh, that's a nice one. And what he hit? Is that same pattern that was doing it earlier?
Same colors, a little different pattern.
Looks like it's got the...
It's got the pink and the red, but we got a little bit of a black spike on this one.
Okay. There we go. Oh, yeah.
If he'll open his mouth and give us it back.
There it is. Yeah, I like that color. Need some pliers, do we? Let me reach over here and grab me some pliers. There we go.
Got it right down there in his tongue. I just don't like sticking my fingers down in these guys' mouths.
Something about them teeth, just...
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty fish. Pretty fish. Oh, yeah.
Nice fish.
What do you figure he goes? Probably 3 or 4 pounds?
Yeah, might go 4, 3.5.
Real nice marking, just like you said. Must be that deeper water that gives them such
here, they get
clear...
really nice, yeah, real healthy fish. So they got that more of a green in the yellow than maybe the fish we got out of the Western Basin.
Yeah, yeah.
This deep water just really, it's the cold, the colder water. You can feel the fishies.
Yeah, so the deeper
nice
they are,
cool.
oh yeah, yeah. Yeah, the Western Basin, I guess what the average depth that everybody's trolling is what, 20, 22?
Yeah.
You get over here and we're in twice the depth.
Yeah, we're fishing 40 down.
Pretty fish. Well, I've got just the place for him to take off
Got a
to.
place for him to go? Join your buddies in there.
Your buddies, yeah. Good job, good job. You knew the deal.
Not reeling.
And this is which pattern? Is this one of the new ones?
Yeah, it's the same like the raspberry we were doing. We call it the red and the pink on copper. Sort of raspberry, but instead of dots, we put these spikes on here.
Do they usually call this the tiger pattern? I mean,
Yeah.
you know, when they put that? So kind of like a fire tiger, or...
Exactly, it's a fire tiger, the
I like
stripes. You know, just because of the red down here, we trying different patterns. It's kind of one we've just been playing with.
that. And Ron had pointed out earlier that the copper had been working real good, you know, all over the Western Basin. And here you've got the copper on the back collar,
Yep.
and you've got the copper here in the middle of it to go with the red that's working over here.
Yep. Yeah,
So it's like you got all the bases covered.
It's all based off a copper blank. You know.
Yeah, you had all the bases covered there.
We try.
Oh, nice
Never know.
spoon. Yeah, that's a big fish.
There's that red color again.
Yeah. Yeah, that red is definitely earning its pay here.
Oh, that's a nice fish.
Pick that up.
Good
Oh,
fish.
yeah.
Hold it right there a minute. Let me,
You got
clear
one
my
too?
What's the
line.
size of this fish? Let me make
Oh,
it.
there's the diver right there, but I want to.
On that candy apple red with the copper back. I'm not going to tell anybody the name of that lure. That's good walleye.
No, you don't fish long enough, they'll have a good biting tooth.
What happened?
I bit the line. It was wrapped up around it. You can bring them in now.
Oh, okay.
Look at the size of this thing, Don.
Yeah, I mean, this is a nice fish here.
That's twice the size of the one you caught. Look at this.
I wouldn't want to go to fantasy land and stuff, but you know.
Look at that.
Oh, he's cute, man. That's a cute little fish.
Cute. Let me get this lure out.
Yeah, man, that's a cute little fish.
There you go, Chuck.
Well, he's at least worthy of standing in the shadow of
All
mine.
right, let's get a picture here.
Yeah.
Oh,
See what
yeah.
he did?
Well, I like the little dot on that.
See, that's that
It's like an
raspberry
eye.
again. Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the dot instead of the spike, the black
Yeah.
bars we had on the last fish.
Yeah.
It's the same colors. Just
Same
a little
colors.
different.
Yeah.
Just a little different accents on there.
So we know there's something, you know, with the shades of red, with that copper in the middle, and then the copper backing.
Yeah.
We know there's something to that.
Yeah, the last probably 2 to 3 weeks, it's really been. They call them the raspberries or strawberries. The pinks and the reds have been
Yeah.
the most consistent. The colors.
It's such a pretty fish. I
Yeah.
mean, you know, the big fish. I mean, just a
It's a nice
well-feeding fish. Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
probably what, 6 pounds?
Yeah.
5, 6 pounds? And
Yeah.
you say they've been getting 9, 10 pounders out
Yeah.
here? Man, I can't imagine pulling a 9, 10 pounder down.
Yeah.
They're getting some nice fish.
End up swimming right towards
Yeah,
your
it
bait.
just covers a bigger area. You know, so when we go down clear, we got boards out, 50 feet either side of the boat, so we're covering 120 feet.
Yeah.
Where if you just ran your divers and stuff, you're covering 20 feet right at the boat. So what that is, it puts you out and puts one bait in front of each area.
I like the way you keep the alley right here open, where you bring that fish right up to
there.
there.
There he
Right
is.
behind us.
Ooh, digging. Look at him.
Now, nice and easy at the back of the boat here.
Yeah, this guy. Oh, man. Yeah, we need to be careful scooping this
We
guy.
let Ron scoop. Yeah, Ron scooped
Oh
that
yeah,
one.
let Ron scoop it.
Oh, we don't want Ron scooping in.
I promise you I won't miss
Now
that.
you take the net right at the head as hard as you can push.
Always
He's
negative.
not close enough, Don.
Yeah, I bet he's not. Oh, yeah, you just didn't have any choice but to net that bitch.
Well, that's all of a
What
fish.
a
I don't know.
monster fish.
And on that red again.
Yeah.
What a man, this is probably about the size of that one you just had, isn't it? Wow, what a creature.
That's the nice thing about these rubber nets. Get
Yeah.
tangled up
no
is
hooks in
bad.
there.
You see a lot of people going to that.
Yeah, the walleye fishing, this is super. See, and that's why we do a nice, easy, steady pull.
Look how easy that is. Light hook.
Man, just barely in there.
Barely in
isn't
the
it?
lip.
Wow.
That's to say that, the hooks have been coming right out of in the net all day, and they're really not hitting hard today.
Yeah.
And this is, again, that same pattern that you've been,
That raspberry, or
wow.
pink and red.
This is that Super Don pattern? Is that what this
The
is?
super down.
Super Don pattern. Yeah, I like that. Yeah, I like that pattern. Copper.
So these are new colors that you're trying out. They're not out on the market right now. You're just trying
Yeah,
these colors
a little
out.
bit, yeah.
Oh, we know
doing
this is the
different-
Super Don pattern.
Oh, that's on the market already.
Yeah, we know that. Yeah, we know that.
But like Chip said, the red is the color today. It seems to be.
Yeah.
Well, and it's not just red, but you can see how they've gone and they've added the pink, and then you still have that copper, which has been deadly in that whole western basin where everybody's been
Yeah.
fishing.
Even down here, yeah, it's really been.
And then you added the little dot.
Yeah, jazz it up a little bit. They eat a lot of bugs and stuff. They just like a lot of the walleye baits seem to like the dots on there and stuff. So we do a lot of dot patterns.
Even on your yellowtail is where I first remember seeing that, that dot.
Lots of dots.
Well, it's
Everybody
definitely
likes
working.
dots.
Definitely working.
Hold him.
Yeah.
Nice fish,
It was
Don.
heavy fish.
Good try.
And a fish like this, he took the ride down pretty good. Whereas,
Yep.
some
Some of the bigger ones
Yeah.
you didn't even know they were on there.
some of the bigger. So I guess each fight is a battle amongst us.
All right, Mr. Don. Here, let me break out the goodie bags here.
Man, no shortage of colors here.
No,
Gee, man,
this is basically like this whole pad right here has all new stuff for next year. We're just trying to create a bunch of new stuff.
Was it top secret? We should
Top
cover.
top secret, a lot of stuff that we're playing with, out here today, and
Oh,
some of
okay.
the charter guys would give, and so we use a lot of the same colors in the pattern, and we'll just intermix,
Little variations.
little variations, and see. Then we'll come out and fish them and see what we're getting. Try to get the best possible combinations, and then you can just keep going through and weeding out, and then, after this is our 20th year. You get a little bit of a feel, and the colors that kind of go together and work well.
And after 20 years, I'm saying, how are they going to come up with something new? I see some new stuff here. I see some new, little things you put inside the paint that are really going to.
Never ending.
Man,
And there's new paints all the times, and just
some really hot combination colors here I'm seeing. I mean, wow. I think this is going to be an exciting
crazy.
year,
Yeah. And this is our new junior streak that size. That they made specifically for the walleye.
So
At times they like that size, more so than like the mini, which was our standard before for the walleye. They wanted a little smaller baits.
Oh, okay. What
so-
about the little micros then, man?
They still use those a little bit. They use them a lot on three-ways. They run a three with a plug, and then they run a spoon above it. Like
Oh,
those.
okay. Because I know that, man, a lot of people catch them on that too.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
It just depends on what the bait is out there. You try to match your lures to what the bait is.
Oh, size of the hatch or the
sometimes
bait
a lot
that's.
of guys really like that.
Okay. And then the size beneath it is that just more
These are
than
all-
just
yeah,
new
these are all
colors?
these are all the juniors, just different.
Oh, I see the variations.
All the different colors. We do this same pattern, and there's 3 different types there. And this they call a hot rod. I got umpteen million different combinations we're trying to see what's going to work. These 2 have been real good throughout the year already. So we take some variations and change that. And it might change from a silver back to a copper back or a gold back. That might just put you over the edge and make the difference.
All this I've never seen before. I know that's new. Man, that's, I tell you what.
These are the Georges, and we did well on this one today, which was the red George.
Yeah, the red
Same
George.
pattern, but now we did it in the red.
Yeah.
The reds are so have really been hot down here.
Now are these new colors, are they usually available in all the sizes?
Yes.
Okay, so
You
the
can
big
get
ones
the-
I can get the
yep.
same thing. Because I mean, if a walleye likes it, the odds are when it's muskie time or pike time or salmon
A lot
time.
of times the colors flow over in between the species of fish.
Yeah,
More often than not.
yeah. Well, even today, something as small as adding that little bit of a red.
Just the red. A lot of the red seems to be a really good accent deal. A lot of the guys even put red hooks on.
Oh, really? The whole hook red?
Yep.
Wow.
They seem to, they seem to think that sometimes that attracts a better bite.
Seems like that might pull too much. I mean, to me, like it might bring too much attention to the hook. To me.
Some days you might want it if the water's a little murky or cloudy. You want something just to catch that fish's eye where he says, you can come over and check it out.
Oh, okay.
And maybe he'll take a bite at it.
Well, I can see that, by the time, you get the kind of colors established for the area that you plan to fish the most, that you could feasibly have several of these sleeves, but it's not like you wear them out every day. It's not like a spoon doesn't last for a while anyway. So.
No, I've got guys with the new juniors. We really fished them and did well, all summer. There's guys that caught 40, 50 fish on one spoon.
Yeah.
As long as you don't break the line, you check your line in between fish so you don't, lose it that way.
People do that with, tiny little spinner baits and $50 giant musky crankbaits. I mean, they don't check the line and you kiss the lure goodbye, but
Yep.
as long as you use some common sense and
you got to think of these are really toothy critters. These walleyes we're going after, they got sharp gill plates.
Right.
That line get in and get one little nick, and you get the next one.
It's gone. So checking it is
kiss
the
your
key.
bait goodbye.
Well, this is going to be a great year, man.
is.
I mean, we've had a great day today, but I got a feeling this is going to be a great new year with all these new colors.
Yep, we'll keep playing, and we'll weed out the slow ones and get to the top producing ones, and that's what we'll put out in the product line.
The funny thing is, anything with red has been great. Here's something. What's been slow? I mean, nothing's really been slow because everything's pulled fish. Is that one that's going to be screaming some drag?
No. I won't pump it.
Are you going to pump it?
It's just natural thing you want to do though. You want to pump.
It's tough when you're
It's
used
hard
to
to-
salmon fishing, and that little time you want to pump.
It's like fishing with circle hooks. All of a sudden you got to change your way of fishing.
Whoa!
Color.
And now we got a little more of the gold and
Something a
the
little
green.
different.
Yeah.
Something a
There's
little
more red
different.
in there.
Yeah, yes, it's got the red, yeah,
Yep.
and the black dot.
Now, how could you not eat something like that? If you were down there swimming
I
around,
know, seeing the green, little red, the black
Even he
dot.
hooked right in the fatty part of the lip there.
but it's like you said, they're not hitting real hard.
Not very
Oh,
good.
yeah.
Picking it up light.
Yep.
Yeah, nice fish.
Now, are these people out here at night like this?
Not as many boats, but there's a lot of night fishermen.
A lot of guys that just strictly night fish.
Yeah. Well, you get the bigger fish. Like you can see right before dark if you stay out here, you watch your graph, you see them fish start coming up off the bottom, coming right up. And at night, most of the guys fish like stick baits or something, so you're only fishing the top 6 to 12 feet of water.
Oh,
Probably.
they come
Right
that high
at the
up?
surface. Oh yeah.
Boy,
We're not
boy.
fishing no divers, no nothing. It's just all right at the surface.
Wow.
Let me give it a
I'll
pop.
be there.
Yeah. Give it a little clip. There you go.
Oh, he's digging deep. This is a good
I was pretty
fish.
sure there was a fish on there.
Yeah, he's digging.
Wow.
Look at him. Look at him, Chip. Man.
Look at him go. Wow. Oh, he's not on there now.
Man.
Here's it gone.
I lost mine.
I thought,
Wow. I'm not used to him fighting this good.
easy. There we go.
Man.
Nice walleye, Don.
Yeah, this guy had some serious attitude, didn't
Go ahead, Chip. Go
Right
ahead.
out there.
he? Yeah, buddy.
See the hooks out of him.
Hooks out of them already?
Man. And I had a great hook set on him. And he just, wow. Just barely getting him, man. Now look how stocky he is.
That's just a
The size of the gut on that fish, Ron. Look at that.
Look what we got him on.
Same one, man. Look at that. That copper
raspberry.
fire tiger,
Yeah.
raspberry. Man, that tiger pattern.
Raspberry tiger.
Incredible. Incredible.
Another nice
Look at that
fish.
That's just
This
a
has
beauty.
taken a lot of good fish today.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know,
But they are biting light, where the hook's popping right out.
Yep.
but I
Yep.
mean, come here, baby.
Go to daddy.
Woo! Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Look at that. Look at that.
It's almost like he's
Just
got,
manly.
almost like he's got a little hump right here. That's probably, I
Yeah.
think that's the one I threw back earlier.
I mean, big guts on them. I mean, great eating size fish. No doubt about it.
Well, that right there's that's
This is probably
that's
the.
not the trophy that you want to put on the wall, but boy, that's
Oh,
that's
yeah.
great on the dinner plate.
Yeah, buddy. Yeah. Ron, how about opening up the new
Yes,
home
sir.
for Fido here? And,
Get him in there.
well, that cooler's gonna be heavy when it's time. That's gonna be a heavy cooler there. Man, I'm gonna tell you what. Hey, Chip, I need about 4 or 5 dozen of them Fire Tiger cranberry. Man, hey, that's the one.
Yeah.
You know?
That's good fish.
Hey,
Yeah, he looks
but
good.
you saw the bite.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But he couldn't help it, the rod's bent in half.
That wasn't too hard to guess, was it?
No, not on that one.
Yeah, it looks like a real good
There's
fish.
a big difference between the way the wall, you know, the salmon, man, they're screaming drag when they hit it and take it. The walleyes, you don't get that.
They're a lot more docile fish. They're not, you know.
It's a biggie, though. Definitely a biggie.
Nice fish.
Out here feeding on some silver streaks, you know?
Yeah.
Lake Erie walleye.
And in this case, this is a mini
That was a junior streak.
Junior.
Junior.
That was a junior.
junior.
We've been using the juniors and the minis today.
Juniors, so they're not going all the way down to micros today.
No.
Not all that much.
Alrighty.
Yeah, good looking specimen though, isn't he?
Yes,
Yeah.
it is.
Nice
Big
healthy
fat
fish.
gut.
Look at
Yeah. Big fat gut. A lot of life to him. Excellent eating fish too. Ron, why don't we lift
No.
up the lid of
Yeah.
freshness?
I don't think that's quite as big as the one I caught, but that is a nice one, Chip.
Let me look in there. Oh, okay.
He's not going to argue the point.
I don't want to.
Chip, I guess it's about that time. Bringing
Yeah.
everything in and heading in, but man, I know we got a lot of high quality walleye today. And most of them are on red.
Yep. And that kind of changed that diet for a little bit there at the end. We were trying to change up and get some stuff going again, but for the most part of the day, the red was predominant.
I never noticed how you got that scale look on the back on some of them. And some of them are just a smooth
Yeah,
finish.
The hammered. Yep.
What is it?
Yeah, the
They
hammered.
call it the
Hammered, they
hammer
call it,
finish?
And that,
Yeah, it's real proper. And what that gives you, it gives you more points of reflection.
Yeah.
Yeah.
As the sun comes out there and hits that thing, now you've got all the different facets of the spoon instead of one big plain smooth surface.
Yeah.
So it gives you just a bunch of different, it just might send the light out in a little different direction and catch that fish's eye.
Well, I think between using dipsies and jet divers and planer boards, I think the key is knowing what the depth of the fish are and knowing what depth you're trolling at.
Yeah.
And I think if you can put the right color lure in the right location, the right depth,
It's gonna go. That's it, just figuring out where the fish are, what they want, and getting your lures down to that depth.
well, Ron, I think with a little bit of practice, even you and me can do this, man.
I'd rather come with Chip.
Yeah, I know. I know. I think we're going to stock up on some more juniors and minis and head out here and try some more of this ourselves. Chip, I appreciate you having us out here today. I know I learned a lot.
I learned a lot too. Just trying to remember it all. But it's really not all that complicated.
No, it's
Time is just spending time out here on the water.
Yep.
Yeah,
And
it's
you
just
learn.
time on the water, but you know, like the old KISS theory, you know, you keep it simple. You get too fancy and too sophisticated, all you do is cause yourself trouble.
How many spoons did you guys have out when you first started out making spoons? A dozen or?
Oh,
Couple hundred?
yeah, 100 maybe colors. You know, it's always been a lot of colors.
Yeah.
We've changed throughout the years, and the way, you know, it used to be a lot more tape that we just put on the lures instead
Okay.
of there were all these fancy custom paint jobs. It used to be, you know, plain colors with different tapes on it. It was more popular back, you know, 20 years ago.
Oh, the tapes were? Now it's
Yeah.
gone to where
Now
they
I've
just paint
gone
them.
to, yeah, well, you can just get so much more flash and so much different variations out of the paint than you can with tape.
In our next episode, we're going to head out to Lake St. Clair, which is probably arguably the muskie capital of the world in terms of size of quality fish. Probably a 15 to 20 fish day there is normal under normal fishing conditions, and typically they're using crankbaits, stick baits, trolling, able to cover a lot of distance in a short period of time. But we're going out there with some silver streaks, some magnums, some juniors,
Nice.
some mini, and then just some regular streaks. I got
give
a
it a
feeling
try.
we're going to do great.